How will the government convince the people of Kenya about some of these tax proposals, that they are good for you as a country?
Yes. About clarity that comes out once somebody's out of office, that's a dilemma we have in this country, because leadership, actually one of the marks of leadership is consistency and reliability. So this idea that your position is one day here, the other day here, shows a lack of leadership. Development and politics needs to be separated, because we are paying a very high cost of politicizing our development, like we were discussing in our education. So with Prof coming out of Treasury, he sounds like a whistleblower, because he needed to have spoken. Of course, as a cabinet secretary, you then have this responsibility. In terms of, as the cabinet, you have this collective responsibility. But you also have a constitutional responsibility. And that implies that you serve the interest of Kenyans. And so when your office is interfered with, you have a duty. And I think this is where what the Gen Z have done has shown us you must speak out. It's called the middle class, and Wanjiru and Joya did a very good article. There's a lot of writing on middle class and professionals, and she called it a class that dare not speak its name, because these are people with a lot of power. A CS is a very powerful office. How do you allow that power to be subjugated so that you keep quiet on very important issues that touch the lives of people? You must speak out. And there are avenues for CSs to do this. And, of course, the ultimate is a resignation. But you don't wait to be kicked out to speak. It's better late than never. But he bears the responsibility for the 200-plus lives that were lost during the protests, due to excessive police brutality against the protests. And those numbers are even contested because government is not reporting.
200 people died this year? By
the numbers that are coming out from the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, there are a number of bodies that have been identified in the mortuaries that have not yet been fully processed. And they are suspecting they are linked to the protests, because we had operations that were taking place under the cover of night in Githurai and others, that a lot of people were killed and unclaimed. And because the police, and you've seen that IPOA has now come out to say that the NPS is frustrating them, that DCI is frustrating them, there has been no report by governments, no credible one, to show which and where are these unclaimed bodies. Where are they from? And so that the process of forensics of determination is being politically managed. Okay. But from the institutions that work in this sector, including the National Commission on Human Rights, there is a body count. So we do not yet know.
If I'm not mistaken, the last figure they gave, KNCHR, was about 60 or thereabout.
No, that number has gone up. But what I'm talking about is look at the number of bodies in the mortuaries around this period and the spike in those bodies and the forensic process of determining how were these people killed. Yeah. So when you look at that, actually, the unofficial estimate is up to 200. And we'll wait to see if we are able to get that credible information. So number one,